This is a perl program where we are going to keep track of number of visitors to your page. In this program you will be having two files. One is the perl program and the other is the text file. So in the text file, as it is going to store the number of visitors, a integer number initially stored 0 into the text file. Later, through the program, open the text file in the read mode so that you can fetch the value from the text file and store it in a variable. Close the file. Then, as you have visited the file and you have to increment the variable. So as it is the first time, it will be incremented to 1. And that value has to be stored back to the file. So open the text file in the write mode and store the 1 into the text file. And the same value has to be projected on the browser. This is for the us and this is for the next time to fetch it. So the program got over. The next time when I visited the same page, once again the perl program is going to read the value from the text file and store in a variable. So this time the variable is holding 1. As it has revisited, the 1 has to be incremented through the program. And that 1 has to be stored back to the text file. And also it has to show it on the browser. As both the perl files and text files are stored on the CGI bin, you are supposed to give permissions for both the files. Two files has been created, that is visitors.pl and web.txt under CGI bin. So web.txt should have the value as 0. So I am saving that. And visitors.pl, the first two lines are the same, specifying the compiler path, and the second line is, as we have to see the output on the browser, we require the content -type is equal to text/html, which is a MIME type. Now the next step is I have to specify the web.txt file path. And I am storing that in the one variable count_file. As both the perl files and txt files are in the same folder, I just specified the file name but not the complete path. Now open the file with the read mode. For that, if open, you are trying to open the file which is a inbuilt one, then in the read mode, so lesser than symbol, dot is a concatenation operator, with the count_file is the file where it has been stored. Two parentheses, the first one for this and the second one for the if condition. If it is able to access, we are going to read the value. First time it will be 0, that we are reading from a file and storing in one variable $number_access. Close the file now. In case if the file doesn't exist or you haven't given permissions, read permissions, then it has to show a message saying that can't read the file or file doesn't exist. If the permissions has been given, then open the file with the write mode. This time greater than symbol dot, the variable is the same, Some people try to copy and paste it the same statement, but when you are doing, you will forget to change the symbol here. So be careful. And now what you are trying to do, as you got the input already, you have to increment that. So plus plus, then the same thing has to be written into your text file. So print by using the print statement where you are writing into the file, and from which variable? The same variable. Now the task with the file has been done. So close the file. The same thing you are trying to print it on the browser. So print number of visitors and concatenation operator. The data has been stored in the variable number underscore access. In case I haven't given the permissions, then print can't write into the file, so that you'll understand that you are supposed to give the permissions. So this is your total program. First specify the path name, then open that in the read mode. Try to access the data from the file and store it in one variable, close the file. If I am not able to open the file in the read mode, you are going to go to the else part and print the statement. If I am able to open the file in the read mode, and then I try to open the file in the write mode also, increment the variable and put the same back onto the file, close the file, and the same I am trying to project it on the browser. Now the work has been done. We will go to the terminal, give the permissions for both the files, web.txt, chmod visitors.pl, then compile the perl file visitors.pl. So it has been incremented to 1. Once again, if I compare, it has to be 2. The same way, now we try to see the output on the browser, cgi-bin/visitors.pl. So number of visitors 4. Now once again, if I refresh, it has to be 5, 6. Suppose if I want to show that in a bigger font size as a change, give H1 here, close the H1. We will see the output once. Before that, compile it, go to the browser. I'll get only the number of visitors text as old, but not the number. So what should be done? For that, we will remove the H1 here, concatenation operator after the variable name, close the H1, double quotes, compile it once again, go to browser. In the similar way, whatever the styles you want, background color or the font color, all those things you can add it up. Only the things what you have to remember is this particular symbol. Most of the students, either they'll put both the places comma or both the places dot, which is not correct. And you are supposed to maintain the same variable name throughout. Sometimes there will be mismatching that. So not much errors into this if you are proper. You can see the web.txt, the same is uploading here also. Whatever the number, if I try to increment this, then Here you get this and you can check it out. It has been incremented. We'll see if I remove this particular parenthesis what happens. Save the file. Go to the terminal. Compile it. So in this way the errors are going to list out on the compiler. So you will be able to know the errors and rectify it. In the JavaScript you have to go to the errors tools error console, but here directly in the terminal you can compile for the Perl programs and for the PHP programs.